Hey YouTube, so it's Christmas Eve day and I thought I would just film a really quick video, sort of an update and sort of just a little more detailed into what's happened to me the last couple of weeks. So like I said in the video I made a few days ago, I don't know how many people that are on here now that are my subscribers are my old subscribers from my old channel, but I just wanted to dedicate this channel to benzos, antidepressants, and people who have adverse reactions to them or go into withdrawal from them, which in my case, both of those things happened to me. So I was doing really well. I had posted a success story in multiple groups in, I want to say October, November, I can't remember exactly which month it was, but then I got a sinus infection in sort of towards the beginning of November, and I tried and tried and tried to do home remedies to get rid of it, but none of my sort of tried and tested methods were working. So I went to my doctor and I was put on amoxicillin 3 times a day, 500 milligrams for 10 days, so 30 pills. And after the second pill, I was up, like awake in the middle of the night, frantic, pacing around the house, just felt so much akathisia in my body. I was in the shower at 3 a.m. I could not settle. I could not calm the shakiness, the jumping nerves, the explosion type feelings that were in my body. I just could not settle them down at all. But I continued through the course of antibiotics because I was so worried that the alternative would be that the infection would get much worse because I have diabetes, and that I would end up needing IV antibiotics or something stronger that I wouldn't be able to tolerate at all. So I decided, that was sort of my risk-benefit analysis, and I decided to take the whole course. And now it's been 22 days since I took the last pill, and I had been starting to improve because I had really noticed a decline in my functioning after taking the antibiotics. And so I was starting in the last week to have some improvement, some windows, but I definitely was not feeling as well as I had before I took the antibiotics. And at this point, I have now been off for pills, psychiatric drugs, for 22 months. But I've been in this whole sort of fiasco for almost 5 years. So it will be 5 years in April 2023. Long story short, I took SSRIs for 7 years. I was taken off them too quickly by my doctor, and then I went into a withdrawal reaction, but I didn't know that's what it was. And I suffered for like almost 2 years, and then I decided, this is nuts, I'm gonna go back on the drugs because I had felt fine on them for years. And then I had an adverse reaction to even a small dose of my original drug, and then I took 7 or 8 different drugs, antipsychotics, other SSRIs. I had negative reactions to all of them. Then I got addicted to benzos, and I ended up being on Ativan for 2 months, I want to say, and then I started micro-tapering, and then the drug went paradoxical, and I ended up in the hospital, ER, and with severe like convulsions and jerking of my whole body and involuntary movements and stuff like that. And so they cold turkeyed me off the rest of my Ativan, and so now I've been off of everything for 22 months, and I have suffered so much. So 22 months since the reinstatement. So in total, it's been a long, long time that I've been going through this hell. But like I said, I had written a success story in October, November, because I felt 80% recovered, and then I took antibiotics, and now I feel bad again. So just kind of a warning and a heads up that antibiotics, as sort of benign as your doctor might make them out to be, they can be really difficult for people with compromised nervous systems like we have. People who are in withdrawal or who have had adverse reactions to psychiatric drugs, and or people who have akathisia from them. So I really plan on doing everything I can moving forward to avoid them at all costs. I know that sometimes, if you have something life-threatening, antibiotics can save your life, but as far as I'm concerned, I would rather be sick for a longer period of time than go through this any longer. I'm really exhausted. I have battle fatigue from going through this horrible, horrible condition that I've been going through for so long, and I have a baby to take care of now, so I can't be going through this. It was one thing to deal with the extreme symptoms before having a child, but now that I have a baby, I have to be functioning, and functioning fairly well, in order to parent, because I am a single parent. So just kind of a heads up that that's what can happen. And I'm not saying that it's going to happen to everybody. I'm not saying never to take antibiotics. I'm not saying you should never go to the doctor. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that it's fairly well known that antibiotics can cause setbacks in a lot of people who have nervous system issues from drugs, from medications, I guess I should say. So that's what happened to me. And like I said, moving forward, I plan to be really, really careful with taking anything like that again, because I don't want to have to battle this that much longer. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing well, and that I know there's a lot of people, I get a lot of people reaching out to me still from my old channel and from this channel and from my other social media, because I've been very, very open about my struggles with these drugs. And so I've had a lot of people reach out to me lately that are really, really struggling and need some hope. So I just wanted to, I guess, spread a little Christmas hope and say that, you know, I am considered probably a pretty severe case. Even though I present well on camera, I usually film when I'm in a calmer state. Although if you watch my video short that I posted, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago, you can kind of see a 90-second review of everything that I've gone through. Not even everything, that's just a snippet of what I've gone through. But I have been diagnosed by a neurologist, psychiatrist, and my own doctor with akathisia and adverse reaction to benzo specifically. And yeah, I just wanted to give hope that for me, being a pretty severe case, I mean, I had over 50 symptoms, and one of them being akathisia, which I think is one of the worst things you can experience. And I have gotten a lot better. It's just, for me, I have to avoid, I don't even take, I mean, when I had posted that success story last month, I hadn't even taken not even a Tylenol for over 6 months. Obviously, like when I had my baby, I had to have stuff because I had an emergency C-section. I had to have a blood transfusion. I had all kinds of complications. And in order to save baby and I, like we were in a life-threatening situation, I had to have some drugs. So, but other than that, like I really don't take anything. I'm also really, really careful with any type of chemicals I have in my environment, as far as cleaning products, stuff I put on my body, in my body, the food that I eat. I mean, everything I've had to overhaul because of this situation that I'm in. So it does get better. I know there's a lot of people, like I said, really, really struggling, who reach out to me, who are kind of losing hope. And so I've been there so many times. And I just want to say, like, if I can improve, I feel like anyone can improve. You just have to be really, really mindful and careful of what you put into your body. I haven't had any alcohol. Like I said, I don't really take anything over the counter. I try to avoid everything because my nervous system is that sensitive. So have a Merry Christmas, everyone, and I hope that you see some windows soon and some improvements. So I'll see you guys next time.